I'm taking you to Parliament. My colleague Joseph Opoku-Gakpo is our correspondent. He is joining me live from Parliament. Hello, Joseph. Joseph, if you do hear me, we understand that the Health Committee is expected to hold press briefings on this matter.
So what has actually happened is that a little bit earlier in the day, there was a press briefing by minority MPs on two subjects. First of all, the killing in the Sugakofe area, which had the Member of Parliament for the area, Kobna address. And then when they were done with that...
Just a quick interruption, Joseph. I wanted to take what happened on coronavirus in Parliament, and then we'll move on to talk about other matters.
So it was at that same press conference after Kobna Woyome, who is the MP for South Tong, who had addressed issues having to do with the killing in the Sugakofe area. Okay. Then Kobna Minta Kando, who is the minority spokesperson on health and the ranking member on the Health Committee, also addressed the media, making the point that we heard the president make the point last night that up to $100 million was being dedicated to the fight when it comes to coronavirus. He says that the president and, for that matter, government had made previous assurances when it comes to monies that were being dedicated to the fight against the disease, including an indication to the Health Committee of Parliament that 35 million Ghana cedis was being released, and another indication from the Health Minister himself to Parliament generally on the plenary that up to 2.5 million cedis was being released. And in the words of Kobna Minta Kando, those promises did not materialize, those assurances and the promises of those release didn't happen. And so this time around that the president is announcing $100 million release, they are not convinced. They think that this is something that should come to the floor of Parliament, possibly for an approval of a sort, so that then the legislators would help track this disbursement. He made general comments about Ghana's preparedness. He is still convinced that Ghana is not exactly prepared to deal with any possible case once that comes up. And he thinks that over the years, in his words, lip service has been paid by the health ministry and other government officials to the disease over the last few months since it became an issue.
Well, you were telling us also about what else has happened in Parliament. What else has happened in Parliament, Joseph?
On the issue of the coronavirus, earlier in the day, the Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Kwe, commented on that and indicated that the House is putting in place a number of measures to protect MPs and staff and those who visit the House, including the deployment of a lot of sanitizer stations to various parts of the Parliament House generally. And additionally, in the course of that conversation, he was reminding MPs to avoid shaking hands, which he says will be a very terrible thing to be doing in the light of the outbreak. And once you raise that, Muntaka Mubarak, who is the minority chief whip, was drawing his attention to the need to have a thermometer, he said, right in front of the House so that then visitors and MPs are checked even before they enter the chamber. And the Speaker directed that that is also a good idea, and so the clerk should ensure that that gets done so that going forward, whether you're a member of Parliament, you're a staff, or you're a visitor to the House who is coming around, when you are getting in, your temperature can be checked so that those who possibly have a coronavirus could actually be screened out. MPs have responded generally to that and indicated that, well, the measures look good and they hope it prevents any possible outbreak. But on other matters, the Minister for Trade and Industry was on the floor of the House to respond to questions on one district, one factory, and what government has invested in that particular project over the last 3 years. He says more than 1.2 billion Ghana cedis has actually been disbursed to more than 172 companies in order to finance that particular project. A figure that the minority is disputing. They demanded that he provide the full list of the beneficiaries. The minister said he would not be able to do that because that was an arrangement between those who benefited and also their banks. And as well, the MP for South Tong has been addressing the issue having to do with the killing in the Sugakope area, and he says it's about time that the IGP deployed a lot more police persons to the neighborhood.
Joseph, thank you very much for that update. Joseph Opoku-Gakpo is parliamentary correspondent who joined us from Parliament.